One day, some of Alan's friends visited him at his house. But by the time they reached Alan's home, they were very hungry. And that is why they were very sad. See? So Alan told them, "Don't worry, I'll get some momos for you to eat." So he counted how many friends are there so that he can get that many momos. So there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There were 8 friends who had come. So Alan decided to get 8 momos for them from the market. So Alan suddenly spotted this shop, Once Momo Shop. So he spotted this shop, which is the Once Momo Shop on the road. So Alan entered the shop and ordered 8 momos. So he said that I want 8 momos. But the shopkeeper of the Once shop said that sorry, I have only 5 momos. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the shopkeeper had only 5 momos with him and Alan wanted 8 momos. So which is less? Is 5 less or is 8 less? Well, we know that 5 comes before 8. So 5 is less than 8. Now, obviously, if the shopkeeper has less number of momos than what Alan wants, he'll not be able to give it to Alan. And this made Alan really sad because he had 8 friends and he'll not be able to get momos for all of them. Seeing him sad, the shopkeeper went to his brother's shop, which is the Ten's Momo shop. He decided that he will borrow some momos from his brother. So his brother sold momos only in boxes containing 10 momos. And this was his rule. His rule was that you have to borrow 10 momos. You cannot buy less than 10 momos. So no matter how many momos he needs, he has to buy 10 momos together. So as we can see, he had two sets of 10 momos and he gave away one to the owner of Once Momos, and this shopkeeper was left with one. So out of these two, he gave one to him and kept one in his shop. Now taking this 10 momos, the owner of the Once Momo shop went to Alan. Now see, he has these 5 momos which he had initially in his shop, and he got these 10 momos from his brother. So he already had 5 and he got 10 from his brother. So how many does he have now? 10 plus 5. Now we know 5 plus 0 is 5. And when we have nothing here, it means 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1. So now he has 15 in total and Alan wants just 8. We know that 15 is more than 8. So yes, this shopkeeper can now give 8 momos to Alan from the 15 momos he has now. So Alan happily took away the 8 momos and went back home, gave 1 momo to each of his friends who very happily enjoyed eating them. So this was the story of Alan. But what did we see? We saw that at times we need to borrow things from others. Like in this case, the owner of the Once Momo shop had to borrow some momos from his brother, Tens. So Once had to borrow momos from Tens. You also must have borrowed things at times. So at times, maybe in the classroom, you lost your eraser, but you need an eraser. So you must have borrowed it from your friend. So when you don't have enough of something and you need it, then you borrow it from someone. This is why we need borrowing. Now, same is the case with numbers. So, at times, numbers also need to borrow something from other numbers. Let us see how. So, we need to perform this subtraction. 32 minus 7. Now, how do we go about it? We know that in order to subtract, we first need to subtract the digits in the ones room. So I need to do 2 minus 7. So I need to take away 7 from 2. But is it possible to take away 7 from 2? Not at all. 7 is greater than 2. So I cannot take away 7 from 2. So how do I perform this subtraction? Well, we can very easily subtract these two numbers using the concept of borrowing. Let us see how. So Alan needed 8 momos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He needed 8 momos. So he went to the Once Momo shop, and sadly, the Once Momo shop had only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 momos. So it was less than what Alan needed. So if I have 5 momos, I cannot take away 8 from it. So Alan cannot take 8 momos from 5 momos because 8 is bigger than 5. So the shopkeeper of Once Momo shop borrowed these 10 momos and he combined them with the momos he already had. So now he has these many momos. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So now he has 15 momos in total. What Alan needs are 8 momos. So yes, we can take away 8 from 15. So now Alan can get 8 momos from this shop. So he takes away the 8 momos. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the shopkeeper gave 8 momos to Alan. And how many momos are left with the shopkeeper now? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 momos are still left with the shopkeeper now. So when we take away 8 momos from 15 momos, we are left with 7. So this is subtraction using borrowing. So what Alan needed was 8 momos, whereas what the shopkeeper had was 5 momos. Now we cannot subtract or take away 8 from 5. That is why this digit 5, which is the ones digit, needs to borrow. From tens digit, and the tens digit 1 lends to the ones digit 5. So this 1 goes here. Now this is 1 tens. So what does 1 tens, and this is 5 ones? 5 ones. So what does 1 tens and 5 ones mean? Can you tell me? We know 1 tens and 5 1 is equal to 15. So this becomes 15. So when this 1 goes there, this 5 becomes 15. And we can surely take away 8 from 15. That is nothing but subtracting 8 from 15. How do I subtract 8 from 15? I can use my finger marks. So I start after 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have reached this finger mark. So how many finger marks have I counted? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have counted 7 finger marks. So the answer is 7. So in this way, I can perform subtraction using borrowing. So how do we do it? When I have a ones digit which is less than this digit which is to be subtracted, then I borrow from the tens digit so that I can do this subtraction. So let us try and do this subtraction now. We have 32 minus 7. Now I know when I have subtraction like this, I first subtract the digits in the ones room. So I need to subtract 7 from 2. But is 7 more than 2 or less than 2? It is more than 2. So I cannot subtract 7 from 2. I cannot take away a bigger quantity from a lesser quantity. So I cannot take away 7 from 2. So what will 2 do now? 2 will borrow 1. From where? From this tens digit. So 2 will borrow 1 tens, right? So 2 will, when 2 borrows 1 tens, so again 1 tens, 1 tens, and this is 2. So 2 ones, 1 tens and 2 ones is equal to 12. So when 2 borrows 1 tens, it becomes equal to 12. And what will happen to this 3? Will it remain the same? Well, 2 is borrowing from 3. So 2 is taking 1 tens, means 3 is giving 1 tens. Now when you give something, you have less of that thing. So 3 will have 1 tens less. So 3 tens will become 2 tens now because it is given 1 to 2. So this becomes 12 and this becomes 2. Now I can very easily have this subtraction done. So 12 minus 7. How do I do 12 minus 7? I can do it very easily using my finger marks. So I start counting after 7 and go till 12. So I start from 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I go till here, this finger mark. Now let's count how many finger marks are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have counted 5 finger marks. So I will have 5 as the ones digit of my answer. And in the tens digit I have 2 here. And here I have nothing, which means 0. 2 minus 0. 2 minus nothing is 2. So this will be 2. So the answer is 25. The answer of 32 minus 7 is 25. This is how we can subtract using the concept of borrowing. Now let us try out this subtraction. 40 minus 19. So first we place the digits in their respective rooms. 40, 19. Now I will first subtract the digits in the ones room. So I have 0 minus 9. Now once again 9 is bigger or more than 0. So I cannot subtract 9 from 0. So the 0 will borrow 1/10. So it will borrow from 4. So let's see. It borrows from 4. So it becomes 1 0 10. And this 4 becomes 3 because it has given 1. Now it's very simple. I need to do 10 minus 9. What is 10 minus 9? I need to start counting after 9, which is 10. And I have already reached 10. So I have counted just one finger mark. So ones digit of the answer is 1. And what about the tens digit? 3 minus 1. So 3 minus 1. So let's start to count after 1, which is 2, 3. We stop at 3. And how many finger marks have I counted? 1, 2. So I have counted 2 finger marks. So the answer of this subtraction is 21. So 40 minus 19 is 21. So can you perform this subtraction 94 minus 56 using borrowing? Let's do it together. So once again, I will subtract the digits in the ones room first. So I have 4 minus 6, right? So 4 minus 6 is not possible because 6 comes after 4 or 6 is bigger than 4. So 4 will borrow 1 from 9. So it becomes 14 and 9 becomes 8. Don't forget to change this 9 to 8 because since this 9 is giving 1, it will become 8. So as soon as you write it as 14, you must write this as 8. Now I need to do 14 minus 6. So let's start counting after 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. How many finger marks have I counted? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have counted 8 finger marks. So 14 minus 6 is 8. And what is 8 minus 5? Let's start counting after 5. That is from 6. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Just 3 finger marks. So the difference between 94 and 56 is 38. Now let us subtract 54 minus 99. So I have 54 here and 99 here. First I will subtract the digits in the ones room. So 4 minus 9. Now 4 is less than 9. So I cannot subtract 9 from 4. So 4 will borrow 1 from 5. 4 becomes 14 and this 5 becomes 4. So let me do 14 minus 9. So I start with the number after 9 and go up to 14. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. How many finger marks have I counted? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have counted 5 finger marks. And what about this? 4 minus 9. Once again, I have 4 here and 9 here. So 4 is less than 9 and I cannot subtract it. So this 4 also needs to borrow. But where will it borrow from? We don't have anything here. So this 4 cannot borrow from here. And this subtraction is not possible. In fact, it was not necessary to do this much as well. Just look at the subtraction. It is 54 minus 99. So the tens digit 5 is less than the tens digit of this number 9. So 54 is less than 99. Now I cannot subtract a bigger number from a smaller number. So since 99 is more than 54, I cannot subtract 99 from 54. So always remember this while you are subtracting, no matter by which method. So we have learned how we can subtract bigger numbers using borrowing. So practice many problems of this type till you are comfortable with it. If you like this video, then subscribe to our channel. You can also register for free at DeltaStep.com to get all the learning resources as per CBSE, ICSE, IB, Cambridge or any other curriculum. Over 5,000 amazing lectures on maths, science, English and social science. Our unique interactive video technology keeps you engaged, and our iDictionary feature allows you to quickly revise any concept. Master each topic at your own pace with our adaptive practice technology and 1 million plus questions. Get instant answers and detailed solutions. Be exam ready by taking unlimited mock tests, performance analysis along with actionable feedback, personal tutors to resolve the slightest of your doubts. And that's not all. You can also win exciting prizes like PlayStations, iPads, watches and many more, along with certificates through our Earn As You Learn program. So at DeltaStep.com, learning is not just fun and easy, it is rewarding too. So register for free now.